We're going to learn a new way how to graph. So on my equation, my first number, we see it's a 1. Let me call that A. I'm going to label my numbers A, B, C. My first number is A, the second number is B, and my third number is a C. Now, one way we can easily find the X value of the vertex, we're going to use the formula negative B over 2A. Since B is 2, I'm just going to go negative 2. 2 times A, in my case I have 2. Negative 2 divided by 2 is negative 1. So from my vertex, I have the X value. Now let me find my Y value. What I'm going to do on this equation, I'm going to use the X value that I have. I'm going to plug it in. That's going to give me my Y value. Have negative 1 squared plus 2 times negative 1 minus 3. So 1 minus 2 minus 3. My vertex is negative. My Y value is negative 4. Negative 1, negative 4. That's my vertex. I remember we used to factor these. I used to ask you guys, looking at the equation, I used to ask, give me two numbers that multiplied equals negative 3, added is equal to 2. So we're thinking positive 3, negative 1. Because my first number was a 1, it is a 1 in this case, I go straight to factoring. That's x plus 3, x minus 1. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to let each of my parentheses equals to 0. When I look at this parentheses, x minus x plus 3, I want it to equal to 0. Wondering what value of x could that be? I could even write it at the side. X equals negative 3. Then I look at the other case. X minus 1 is equal to 0. So I'm going to solve that x is equal to 1. Now these two values, I'm calling it x equals because those are the points when I can graph my equation, those are the points where I cross my x-axis. So on the x-axis, let me mark my points negative 3, positive 1. I have a vertex. I have my two intercepts. Have a very good idea of the graph looking like this. Same thing with example 10. My x value is going to be negative b over 2a. So positive 16, right? Negative of a negative over negative 4. So my x value is negative 4. So for my vertex, I know the x value. For my y value, I'm going to go negative 2 times negative 4 squared minus 16 times negative 4 minus 30. So I have, this is 16 times the negative 2, I have negative 2 plus 64 minus 30. That happens to be 2. That's my y value. So negative 4, 2 is my y value, my vertex. Now, it would be nice if my first number was a 1. I could factor it. As a matter of fact, let me divide from my numbers. Let me divide everything by negative 2. So I have x squared plus 8x plus 15. I'm thinking two numbers that multiply equals 15, but added is equal to 8. I'm going to factor this as x plus 5, x plus 3. I'm going to let each of my parentheses equal to 0. But x plus 5 is equal to 0 if x equals negative 5. X plus 3 is equal to 0 if x equals negative 3. I have my two intercepts. Notice I was letting the parentheses equal to 0. This negative 2 on the outside has no variable, so I don't worry about it. Have my vertex, my two intercepts. Let me do a better job. Something like this.